It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Monday, the 3rd of March. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather warming up. We'll be back in the 60s today. Winds will increase tomorrow, and a line of storms will be passing through tomorrow night. They could be strong to severe, and obviously that's the focus of this discussion. We'll try and answer all your questions. Here's the upper air look today. And obviously the attention is on that big trough in the western states. That'll be the dynamic mechanism to drive the line of storms in here tomorrow night. But today we still have a northwest flow aloft. Looking at the radar this morning, we do note some light rain over parts of South Arkansas and North Louisiana. And you even see a few echoes over West Alabama, but that is not reaching the ground. The air in Alabama is cold, dry, and stable. In fact, we've got some spots below freezing. Look at Jasper and Aniana in the upper 20s to start the day. And again, we're expecting highs, despite the chilly start, up in the 60s today, a pretty nice warm-up. So we have a wind advisory in effect for most all of Alabama. This is for tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. The only part of the state not in a wind advisory, the southeastern corner, down around Enterprise and Dothan. We will see gradient winds, not related to storms, ramping up during the afternoon tomorrow and tomorrow night in advance of the line of storms. The gradient winds, again, not related to storms, could gust as high as 40 miles per hour. And on the ridges, maybe 45. So be aware of that. And then in advance of the main system, we have wind issues out across the Great Plains. We have winter storm watches for parts of Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin. They'll be in the cold air sector of the storm. So here's the severe weather outlook for today and tonight. We have a risk of severe storms well to the west of the state. That would include parts of Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. And then tomorrow, the chance of severe storms shifting on to the east. And you can see the broad risk running all the way from Dallas-Fort Worth to Atlanta. And keep in mind, this outlook runs through 6 a.m. Central Time Wednesday morning. And there is a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk, as you can see there, for parts of Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas. In Alabama, again, this is for tomorrow night. Now, we think the day will be generally dry. We have a level 2 out of 5 risk over most of the state. That's the areas in yellow on that map. A marginal risk for the far east and southeast counties of the state. Let's look at the probabilistic outlooks. This is the probability of a tornado within 25 miles of a given point. And you can see the better chance of any tornado activity will be west of the state. Mississippi, North Louisiana, South Arkansas. And there's a hatched area there, meaning there could be a strong tornado involved. We do not expect that in Alabama, simply because of the lack of instability. You'll see that in modeling here in a second. So could there be an isolated tornado? Yes. Is it likely in Alabama? No. The wind is going to be the bigger deal. This is the probability of severe wind, and by definition, that's 58 miles per hour or greater. And the chance of damaging wind in Alabama within 25 miles of a given point at 15 to 29%. And again, we'll go through modeling in deep detail here in just a second. And then on day 3, which is Wednesday, we have a risk of severe storms in advance of the front up and down the East Coast, all the way from near Daytona Beach up to the Jersey Shore. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days. This is valid through Monday morning of next week, and this will be counting 2 rain events. We have the line of storms tomorrow night, and then another chance of rain Saturday as the weekend begins. So between those 2 systems, rain amounts for most of the state between 1 and 1.5 inches. We don't expect any flooding issues tomorrow night because it'll be a quick-moving single line of storms. So let's break it down, model fans. Here we go. This is the GFS. This is the 06Z run. Valid today at 3, and there's your trough in the west that is progressive, moving in our direction. But again, the day should be partly sunny and dry with highs in the 60s. This is the high-resolution HER model, valid this evening at 6 o'clock, and you can see no rain here. We got a few sprinkles over the Mississippi Delta, and that's about it. So tomorrow, there we go. There's our big, deep surface low that's near Kansas City, 985 millibars. And obviously, there's going to be a lot of wind around that thing. Back in the cold air, heavy snow, Nebraska, parts of South Dakota, Minnesota. South and east of the surface low, strong to severe storms over parts of Arkansas and Louisiana. So let's go to high-resolution modeling here. This is the high-resolution HRR, HRRR, high-resolution rapid refresh. This is valid tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. And again, the main line is pushing into the northwestern corner of the state. And there's some evidence there could be some light rain ahead of the line. And again, this is the big limiting factor here. It's just the fact that we don't have any surface-based instability. In fact, let me drop that in the set here. One of the key ingredients for severe thunderstorm formation, it is instability, surface-based CAPE, if you will, convective available potential energy. And you can see there just isn't any, none, zero. The storms will be elevated. So understand there's a chance with this line of storms coming in here, there'll be hardly any thunder, any lightning. Just a line of heavy showers with no surface-based instability. But again, the wind fields will be screaming with this thing. That's the SRH, the storm relative helicity. And again, those numbers are sky high, but in fact, they're almost too high. They could tear the updrafts up with no surface-based instability. This is the significant tornado parameter, the STP. And again, there's just no meaningful STP values over Alabama. So the chance of a tornado is very, very low. Not zero, but very low with no surface-based instability. But again, the winds, that's the big deal. Now, this is 10-meter wind gusts. And these maps get shared all over social media. And understand, first off, this is 10 winds at 10 meters. That's 33 feet, not down at the surface. The surface winds will not be this strong. And you see a couple of spots where the HRR is showing winds of gusting to 50 miles per hour. Down at the surface, we think the peak winds will be at 40 miles per hour. Still, that's pretty windy. So again, gradient winds tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, these are not related to storms, could gust as high as 40 miles per hour in spots, 40 miles per hour. So gradient winds, yes, very gusty. And again, a very gusty line of showers and maybe some thunder coming through here tomorrow night. Again, what you're looking at here, that's 7 o'clock. Let's go to, let's see, this is midnight tomorrow night. Midnight tomorrow night, the line already through Anniston and Gadsden, already through Montgomery. It's pushing down through Lake Martin, down to about Andalusia. And the line of storm should clear southeast Alabama by really 2 or 3 a.m. So the main window between about 6 o'clock tomorrow evening and 2 a.m. Wednesday, it'll be a one-and-done thing, one quick-moving line. And again, probably not much thunder and lightning. Could there be an isolated tornado? Yes, we're not expecting that. The main concern, it's the wind fields. The gradient winds gusting to 40, not related to storms. And along the line itself, there could be enough wind to knock down some trees and power lines. I don't think this will have the impact of the event we had back in mid-February, that late Saturday night, the 15th and the 16th, where we had 200,000 people with no power. I don't expect anything like that in this case, but I do expect, yes, absolutely some power outages, and yes, some down trees and power lines. So again, just kind of pay attention as the line comes through. It'll be a quick thing, and inevitably we'll have some severe thunderstorm warnings with this. So then Wednesday afternoon, it's all gone far, far east of here. We'll see clearing. The high Wednesday will be cooler and around 60. And there might be a few wraparound showers near the Tennessee state line, but most of the state should be dry Wednesday. This is Thursday. Some of the colder pockets might see a freeze over North Alabama with lows down in the low to mid-30s. The high Thursday will be in the 50s for North Alabama, 60s to the south. This is Friday. We're still dry. High should be in the 60s. And then as you plan out your weekend, this is Saturday, and you can see the next system coming in. And this one probably will not produce any severe storms. The surface low will likely move right on top of us, and so this will be mainly a rain producer. So Saturday and Saturday night looking wet with occasional rain. If there's any strong storms, it would be on the immediate Gulf Coast. And then on Sunday, the rain is gone. Sunday should be a dry day. Sunday high should be in the 60s. Saturday highs will be in the 60s. And a week from today, this is Monday, March 10th, we have a ridge in place, new trough coming into California, and we are dry and pleasant with highs in the upper 60s, low to mid-70s. Let's keep going. This is 10 days out. This is Wednesday of next week, March 12th. Got a trough coming in with some rain. Looks like that rain will probably be around Tuesday the 11th. Way too early to know if we have any severe storms with that. Here's a look at rain for Birmingham. This is for the next 15 days out through March the 18th. The mean, a little over 2 inches. And temperatures coming off the national blend of models. We get up in the low 70s tomorrow, then back in the 50s on Thursday. And again, Thursday morning, some of the colder pockets over North Alabama could see a freeze. And then around the mid-month out there, highs getting up in the mid-70s around the 11th, 12th, and 13th. And looky here, latest long-range guidance. This is for March 10th through March 16th. We are solidly in the red, meaning temperatures above average. I look at some of these rogue social media accounts, and you've still got some of these guys forecasting snow out here. I just never let facts get in the way of a good story, I guess. All right, one of our sky watchers down in Central Florida last night had a chance to watch the SpaceX launch. And, I have never seen a launch from Cape Canaveral. As old as I am, you'd think at some point I would get to see one of these things, and I just have not. And I'm old enough to remember the manned lunar missions, the Apollo missions, back in the 60s. But again, that was Central Florida last night. Hey, nice sunset for the Gulf Coast. Hey, it's March. That means it's spring break season. A lot of folks will be down there in coming weeks. And obviously on the Gulf Coast, they'll have that quick moving line of thunderstorms tomorrow night. Other than that, the week looks pretty good. Up this way, good-looking sunset. That was from Gadsden last night. Just some high clouds around, giving the sky that very nice texture. All right, let's take a look and see what's happening this week. Today going to be up in Boaz, Corley Elementary School, Marshall County. Tomorrow going to be in Tuscaloosa for University Place Elementary School. And then in Shelby County for Montevallo Elementary School, a 2-for-1 special. Wednesday going to be in Gadsden, J.W. Stewart Head Start, the little ones. Thursday, going to be in Decatur, Banks Cadell Elementary School, and then in Hoover after that for South Shades Crest Elementary School. Friday, Green Valley Elementary School in Hoover, and then Trinity Child Development Center in Homewood. And Saturday, it's a book signing, and we are going to be in Hamilton, Alabama, Marion County for the Outdoor Expo at Bevel State. And it looks like the book signing event will be between 9:30 and 11:30. And I will be speaking at that event at 12 noon. So again, this Saturday, the book signing is going to be in Hamilton at Bevel State from 9:30 until 11:30. And then as part of the Outdoor Expo event, I'll be doing a quick weather session at 12 noon. So if you're in Marion County, be sure and come and see us. That'll be a lot of fun. I should mention I had a great time last night up at Mount Zion Baptist Church in Huntsville. And we had a great book event Saturday morning, and that was so much fun out in Hueytown at the local. And also thanks to everybody who came to see me in Tuscaloosa Saturday night. We did weather trivia for the students. We had a great crowd and a lot of fun there. Hey, it's Monday night. Don't forget tonight it's Weather Brains night, the weekly show for weather geeks, dweebs, nerds, dorks, and weenies. YouTube.com/weatherbrains begins at 7 o'clock Central. The audio version comes out late tonight. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.